Hey guys, so we're going to be going through the questions for the topic polysaccharides. Okay, question number 1. Explain how the structure of carbohydrates is related to their function as storage molecules providing the fuel for cellular respiration in animals and plants. Okay, so because they say carbohydrates as storage, we know them to be compact. And if they're compact, they can be stored in cells. And they have the ability to be stored in cells without affecting the water balance of cells, and so they won't affect osmosis. And another thing is, because they're compact, they've got a lot of bonds. And so every time that bond is broken, we have energy being released. And that energy is available when it is needed in cellular respiration. So whenever they want energy, it will be broken down and be used. Okay. Explain how the chemical structure of cellulose differs from that of starch and how this affects the way they can be used to supply energy in animals. Okay, so starch. We know that starch is formed from amylose and amylopectin, and both are from alpha glucose monomers, yeah? And they are either joined by 1,4 or, and 1,6 glycosidic bonds, yeah? And so, as a result, starch is a globular molecule. However, if we look at cellulose, we know it to be formed from beta-glucose monomers, and so we'll only make 1,4 glycosidic bonds. And so, as a result, we have OH. So hydroxyl groups sticking out at the ends of these long straight chains, and so we can form hydrogen bonds. We can form hydrogen bonds between each of these long strands, and so that makes cellulose very strong. And so animals will use the starch and digest it to release the glucose monomers, and that can be used in cellular respiration. However, we learned that most animals cannot digest cellulose because they don't have the enzymes to do it, unless they've got special types of bacteria in their gut that have the enzymes to break down cellulose into glucose molecules. So actually, cellulose is not usually used as an energy source in animals. And that's it. And I will put up the link to the answers in the description that were given for these questions in the textbook.